Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Galaxy of Heroes video featuring your boy Scribbly Bibbly Boo. We've done all of our sector feats for this version of Conquest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't think I can fit all these on this one screen right now, but they're all there. Make sure you check out my playlist for this version of Conquest. Get all your feats done, no problems. But the one thing we haven't covered just yet is global feats, ladies and gentlemen. Got to get them if you want to have that red box. You don't need to do all of them, all right? But I'm going to help you anyway. Let's break this down.
So give it up.
My dead body.
Alrighty, Roo. So, global feats, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. There's 8 of them, guys. 8 global feats for you to do. Like I said, you do not need to do them. You can usually drop about 30 to 35 data keys, these things over here, conquest key cards, whatever you want to call them. You could drop about 30, 35 of them. So, pick and choose at your leisure. Right, first one, challenging victory. I'm not going to give you a guide on this one because this one is incredibly obvious. Defeat 250 enemies on the golden challenge path. So as you are progressing naturally throughout sectors 1 through 5, you will be hitting the golden path or the challenge path. You can see it's kind of orange. It's not really gold, really. They're kind of misleading there. And because there's always at least 5 enemies, you will get this done very quickly. It's like 50 battles or something, isn't it? I don't know. Maths is difficult. It's not my strong suit. Anyway, no point me saying, hey, this is how you cheese this feat. You'll get it. You'll get it. You should be hitting that challenge path as frequently as possible. A soldier's discipline. Winning 20 battles with Captain Rex, Chopper, Ezra, and Hera Syndulla and Kanan. Now, this is actually surprisingly easy. You can farm this on the bonus node for Sector 1 in particular, which is always a useful node to be farming because it has data cache, and I promise you right now, you will never have enough data cache. Now, I didn't bother finishing this one because I didn't need to finish this one, okay? But you could see my Phoenix here. I don't expect everybody to have an R9 chopper, guys. Decisions were made. Stuff happens. Doesn't matter. You don't need an R9 chopper. If you've got an R5 Hera Syndulla from going for the Profundity, you'll be absolutely fine. Bonus node, we are using my usual volatile accelerator with Amplify Agony data disk setup, featuring a little bit of that voluntary vanguard and ruthless swiftness. Now, having Captain Sexy Rexy over there does make it infinitely easier because every single special we have lots of assists. As you can see, it helps us chew through this like they're not even there, which is lovely. Even Kanan decides he wants to taunt. It's that easy. I can usually do this about twice before the enemy starts outspeeding me, and then it just gets a little bit awkward to actually get the wins in. Oh, data cache and data crons. So you can farm that, just try and get in 2 a day as you're progressing through on that bonus node. You'll top up your data cache currency, which will be helpful for you when you are looking to, when you are looking to farm out your data crons in the long term. You will always need that. Okay, so just a slow burner on that one unless you have a lot of investment in your Phoenix. Captain Rex really makes all the difference in the world there. Win 40 battles with Darth Malgus surviving. The beauty of this one is it doesn't require a full team. If you don't have Malgus, I believe he's just been added to Proving Grounds, or maybe it was the time before. Might have been time before. If you don't have Malgus, there's not a whole lot you can do about this. It's either a binary yes or no. He is a very, very durable character, but you do not need to run it in a full team. So you can actually bleed your Malgus dry. He doesn't even need to be leading, just needs to be featured in the team. It probably would have been easier. Oh, there he is. There he is, Malgus. What I tend to do with my current data disk setup is I just run Lord Vader. So Lord Vader over here, and then we'll just throw in Malgus. Just these two. You don't even need to burn down stamina on other people. Yes, you can do this on bonus nodes. Yes, you can do this as you are progressing through the various sectors. It's all about the data disk setup, and you can burn this all the way down. Lord Vader with Amplify Agony does this. And then you win. And that's it. That's 1 victory for your Malgus done. Just do it. It's super, super easy, okay? If you don't happen to have Lord Vader, or if you don't happen to have Amplify Agony setups, just use any of your GLs or any of your strong teams and sub one of the units out for Malgus. I promise you, you'll get through it in no problem, and you can burn down his stamina all the way, particularly if you've got Voluntary Vanguard data disk, because that will help you bring the focus away from Malgus once his stamina starts to drop. Okay, win 40 battles with a full squadron of clones. Now, as we were going through, I believe it was either Sector 2 or Sector 3, there was feats for Galactic Republic victories, full Galactic Republic teams. In that teams, you should be running 2 sets of Galactic Republic clones. That's the beauty of this. There are 2 verifiable teams that you can use here, and once again, I'm just going to use this Sector 1 bonus node as a for instance here, but break it up into the 501st clones, and then just take one of the last clones. You can either use Cody or you can use Clone Sarge. Do not well, you can use Omega, but don't use it in the Sector 2 because she's not a Galactic Republic, right? For this instance, I'll just throw Cody in there. And there's so much bonus speed inside Rex's unique. He's gaining what, an extra 4%, or all 501st clones are gaining 4% additional TM, or additional speed, sorry, for each instance of 501st clones. So he's going to be super, super fast, and the bonus node on Sector 1 is actually very, very manageable. So we can use this one team as a for instance, just to get the ball rolling. And once again, this is something that you can just do casually as you are progressing, once or twice a day, just to try and get a couple of wins here or there. Or you could do what I do and just leave it until the end, because there are 2 teams that you can run these clones with. You could quite literally do 4 victories a day on each of them, and that's 8 wins a day, and you will be done in 5 days worth of Conquest farming. Very, very easy. You do not need to stop and deliberately do it. If you have been working on your Sector 2 or 3, I can't remember which one it is, trying to get that full Galactic Republic team kills, then you'll certainly get it done organically through there. So the second clone team is going to be a Bad Batch one. Yes, you can leave Omega in there, but if you're doing it in that Sector 2, just make sure you're using a Galactic Republic clone and just go in again. Bad Batch, super, super viable when you're doing this, because they do a lot of debuffs. AoE debuffs, AoE irresistible daze and heal immunity coming out of a super, super fast echo essentially means you kill people out of the gate. So clones on clones, it's a little bit of a massacre over here. Just rolling out that ball and boom. You could easily do 5 victories a day with this setup, okay? So again, Volatile Accelerator, Amplify Agnes works very well with debuff heavy teams in particular. Moving on to the next feat. Now we have defeat 100 enemies with Cal Kestis, Cere Junda, or Jedi Knight Cal. This is great because this is very, very abusable. Not quite as abusable as my last Conquest sector feat, where we could actually use the Night Sisters with Zombie to constantly get revives, but we can use, I believe it's the Sector 2 bonus node here, to farm a significant amount of kills. You do not need Jedi Cal, you do not even really need gear. You just want to have some high crit chance characters that deal low damage, and you want to be throwing that in with a Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker setup. So let's go ahead and get a bunch of Jedi. Ideally, you want people with high crit chance. So Ayla Secura is a great shout here. Who else do we want to throw in here? You typically want people that have got calls to assist, if at all possible. So I like to use Shakti because she's got 2 specials. One calls to assist and one simply does a dispel and won't do any offensive capabilities whatsoever. And we could use someone like Basti, I guess. She's got a call to assist. We could use Xaereth to keep ourselves alive a little bit and generate a little bit of TM to help us interrupt. And then all we need is Cal or Cere. Now, I'm going to use Cere this time. Just this time. Well, actually, let's just throw a little bit of gear on Cere. Hey, that rhymes. Okay, that should be enough. Let's go. So, as I was saying, you want to go up against the Mon Mothma node in Sector 2. That's because Mon Mothma in this instance does happen to have Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder and Chirrut Imwe. Now, Chirrut will pass a healing over time whenever you crit one of his allies, right? So if you go ahead and crit that Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder one way or another, then you are actually going to put a heal over time, and when Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder dies, whilst he has a heal over time, he will revive. The other instance of this is whenever you look to kill someone, you want to call Cere in. That's going to be stacking our kills. Now, if you do this correctly, you can see we've had 1 kill so far. We've got Xaereth Prevails Pathfinder over here. He's got buffs. So let's go ahead and just call her in. Ooh, not quite enough damage there. Let's call her in again. That's 2 kills. And now we just wait for him to gain a buff. Lovely jubbly. Come on. Let's just heal up here. It's just basic, I guess. And then we'll call in. Nearly. The good thing about having Xaereth in here is she does passively gain TM. This should be 3 kills now. Yep, 3 kills. Lovely. I'll just basic here. He does, I believe, have a heal over time. That's fantabulous. I don't actually mind going to hit him here. He will die, and then he will revive. Let's just... I'm going to wait for him to take a turn, because I want to make sure that he actually... Don't know what this does. Beautiful. I want to make sure that he's always got a buff. Always, always, always have a buff on Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder when you go to kill him. Lovely. There we go. I'm not going to call to the assist. You only ever want to be focusing the damage over there on Xaereth Rebel Pathfinder when you can. So let's go for this. Lovely. He's got a heal over time there. Beautiful. Hopefully get a kill here. Not quite. I think we're on 4 or 5 now. And he's got a buff again. Let's keep it running. Certainly not going to do that big AoE. That would be terrible for me. Let's heal up here. And let's call in. Now, in an ideal world, we'd be able to reduce the max health. You could use someone like Gas to do that, but I find Gas is just a little bit too dangerous because he will stop all the revives if you put him in the leadership. And more importantly, he might start AoEing people. So I think we've got about 7 kills now so far. Every time we're doing this, 8 kills. Lovely. And there's Xaereth constantly gaining that bonus TM. There's 9. And he's reviving with that offense up. It's also keeping our Jedi Master Luke nice and healthy with Xaereth. 10. Not quite enough damage on our Cere, unfortunately, but whenever we can call to assist. 11. Let's just heal up here. I want him to take a turn so he gains a buff. Lovely. So it's very, very simple and straightforward. This is the easiest way of farming this kills. Much easier, or much faster rather, than doing it, doing the Phoenix Victories, for example, because that's always going to be 20 battles. This, we've already got well over 10. We're probably closing in on about 15 kills right about now, which means, you know, we'll be done in, what, like 7 or 8 battles, essentially, try to get that 100 kills. So really not so bad to get this feat done. Now, that's a bit of a shame. Love the Wilhelm scream. But you get the picture, right, guys? You get the picture. You can farm this quite well. And you can do this without... You can still finish off the battle to get the extra kills as needed, which is super, super useful. But even if you do finish off the battle, you are still gaining some additional data cache, some Mark 1 Datacron materials. There's no downside to this, fortunately. I probably should have ulted, truth be told. That would give me better cooldowns on my JML. Let's heal up. But yeah. This is it, guys. This is the best and easiest way of getting your Cal or Cere or Jedi Knight Cal kills. They'll all work much better again if you just so happen to have Jedi Knight Cal. But ultimately, really, not a big deal. Very easy to manage. Like I said, when you want to finish it off, you could just start AoEing. You could just start AoEing or just start calling in whoever you want. But I like to try and farm it as much as possible. I don't need these kills anymore. We're probably closing in on 20 kills at this point with Cere. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. All in all, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best of luck when you're getting this done. I find it to be very satisfying. Not as good as the old-style Cal, but we do not have an infinitely reviving zombie, unfortunately. Big sad there. Big sad there. And we could heal up, I guess. Let's just do a big bop. As there's only a couple of seconds left, I might as well try and finish this off all around the board. Get rid of you. I don't know if we're actually going to finish in time. If I do that, there we go. We still managed to finish and get our rewards. Waste not, want not, ladies and gentlemen. There is always a way. So the last feat that I really want to talk about is going to be, I'm not going to try and win with Wookiees, guys, is the feat. 20 battles win with Wookiees. It's actually surprisingly easy. You do not need a whole lot of gear on your Wookiees. They don't need to survive. Well, obviously you need to win the battle, but you do not need to survive with a full team of Wookiees. You just need to win with a full team. Again, we're just going to go ahead and go over to the bonus node for Sector 1. This is always the easiest node, guys, the easiest node to farm. I've got a Tarful over here. Sure, he's gear 11. He's only 4-star. He's got some Zetas. It doesn't matter. All that matters is OG Chewbacca. Okay? OG's Chewbacca with Amplify Agony will one-shot basically anything, okay? This is an AoE damage, right? Okay, and the way Amplify Agony works with Volatile Accelerator is you deal damage, that incurs 3 damage over times. For each instance of those damage over times, you are going to do damage based on the Amplify Agony data discs that you do. So it's going to be at least 3 instances, because those dots are triggering, right? That can do up to, what, 8, 16, 25% max health damage on top of the damage that he's doing. However, under Chewie's unique, he also deals bonus damage equal to 20% of their max health. And I don't know what the order of operations for this attack is, but I think what happens is he does his AoE, it triggers some damage, it puts some dots. Because he did damage and put those dots on, Amplify Agony is going to trigger on those 3 dots. Then this 20% damage is going to trigger, dealing an additional 20% max health damage, which again is going to trigger Amplify Agony on top of it. So it's triggering it twice in one hit, in every single hit he does, but it's particularly powerful on his Pulverize ability because it just destroys everything in the world. And then you could throw we'll make a point, shall we? We'll throw these guys in and my worst geared ones, because it really doesn't matter. They don't have to survive, you just need 1 turn with Chewbacca. That's it. That's all you need. Yes, I would recommend you just unlocking Tarful, taking him to like gear 7 if you can, and putting some ability mats on his leadership or something like that. You don't need a heavy invest. As soon as Chewbacca goes, you just go Pulverize. And everyone dies. And you can burn that down very, very low on stamina. Okay, you could get several wins. You could probably get this done in 2 days by just doing 10 battles and 10 battles with Chewbacca, okay? Promise you, that Wookiee feat is super easy. So the only other feats that we've got left for the global event is the no such thing as luck and you must learn control. Now, there are 2 ways of getting these. One, you have to be able to have cleared out the, what is it? There we go, the 100 kills with Cal and Cere. Cal, Cere, or Cal Kestis. This gives you the overprepared 1 consumable, or you've got it over here with the Wookiees. That gives you the deployable cooling systems consumable. I really wish they were permanent data discs, but they just want to mess us around and give us temporary ones. You literally have to do nothing. You just use the consumable, go into a battle, you don't even have to win it. You could lose. You could even go into the battle and quit, and you will still get these feats, alright? I don't recommend doing that. You might as well use them. There is another way of getting this feat done, however, and it's not necessarily something that I'm going to recommend anybody do. You can actually get those data discs for free with the Conquest Plus Pass. I say for free. You're paying money for it. But as you can see, not that one. Overprepared 1 and deployable cooling system. They give you 3 instances of these usable feats. So if you really, for some reason, can't do those Cal kills, you could upgrade to the Pass Plus, and if you don't happen to have farmed out all of your Conquest characters, you're going to have an additional day of Proving Grounds to catch up on those shards. I'm not recommending people spend money here. I'm just saying that there are options available to you if you cannot do the feats, okay? And CG is trying to make this Plus Pass a little bit more palatable, a little bit more worthwhile, and I like the fact that they're adjusting that. And, you know, extra energy and extra stamina regeneration is pretty nice. You still get some additional Chirotech. It's still not the best value in the world, if you ask me. It's not something that I've been purchasing, but they're trying. They're trying, guys, and I am also trying to get you to subscribe to my channel. What do I have to do? What does a brother got to do? Hit that subscribe button right now, pretty please, just for me. All right, guys. It's been great. It's been real. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content. Peace out. And may the Force be with you.